Right, so this is the projects. This is the projects that I turned bloody. I swear to God. I swear to God.
The streets are talking hard as Cardi B dropped some heavy news about being roped into joining the Blood Gang when she wasn't famous, and how she can't let them go. A bombshell that's got everyone linking it back to those wild claims 6ix9ine threw around. Now, for years, Cardi avoided talking about her gang affiliation, but she has been throwing hints in her song, spitting bars in Bodak Yellow about her red bottoms and bloody shoes. And get this, she's always repping red at events and in her daily flex. Plus, she's got a knack for flipping her C's to B's, even calling herself Rap's Benderella on her debut. In her slick cover story for New York Mag, Cardi played coy, dodging direct answers about her gang ties. But she threw a hint saying everyone's got to rock red at her wedding. But after years of speculation, she is finally confirming how she got initiated into the gang at just 16 and not by chance. They'd say, yo, you really get it poppin', you should come home, you should turn blood. And I did, yes I did. Cardi B was struggling financially and the gang promised her that by joining, she could make a lot of money. But she never did. All she did was carry out their dirty work for them without getting anything in return. But she couldn't leave because it was too dangerous and she could put her life at risk. Despite her deep roots, Cardi never blasted her affiliation wide open because it could have messed up her record deals and brand endorsements. Now though, she's in a spot where she can speak her truth without any fear. She also added after all the years she still can't leave them, even though she has become a global star, saying it's not like, oh, you leave, you don't leave, but don't twist it. She's not glamorizing the gang life, warning the youngins, especially the girls, to steer clear. You could ask any gang member, being in a gang don't make you not $1. And I know for a fact every gang member, he asking himself, why did I turn this? But 6ix9ine was the first to expose Cardi for lying about her ties. When he was in court snitching on everyone, he also threw Cardi's name around. Homie was up in the stand, spilling all sorts of stuff about shootings and stick-ups, trying to dodge his own and firearm beefs. And amidst all that, he ratted out Cardi, claiming she been rolling with the 9 trade gangster blood and carrying out their dirty work. But Cardi wasn't having any of that. She hit the net hard, shutting down those claims at the time. And on the low, Cardi tried to set the record straight with a tweet, now deleted though, making it clear she's with Bryn, not 9 Trey. Bryn not 9 Trey, I never been 9 Trey or associated with them. Meanwhile, on the gram, Cardi threw in her 2 cents without saying much.
The crimes that you commit are street, and then when you get locked up, you're going to snitch. It doesn't work like that. Like you have it's like you have an option in life to be good or bad. You have an option in life. You have an option. You don't have to be in the streets. You don't have to get. You don't gotta be gang related. Being gang related is never forced. You choose to be in a gang.
6ix9ine went further in the courtroom and he wasn't holding back. He started throwing names around like confetti at a parade. And guess who got caught in the crossfire? Jim Jones. According to 6, Jimmy's mixed up with the 9 Trey Bloods too. Then came the wiretap phone calls that had everyone shocked. One convo features Jim Jones where he was chopping it up about 6 status. New York Daily News dropped the audio where Jones was heard saying he not a gang member no more. He was never a gang member. He was always a money ploy for the gang members. They're going to have to violate Shorty because Shorty is on some Sources claimed Jones was allegedly on a line with the so-called 9 Trey godfather, Jamil Mill Murder Jones, mapping out 6 moves.
He definitely humiliating Shotty right now. But
well, we got the picture up there next to the post. Like when you go to YouTube and World Star, they got his picture next. Hey, everything he say, they got a split screen with Shotty picture next. Crazy, son. But he's doing that to make K9 think he don't got no relationship with boy. That's what he's trying to do. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to literally.
Like they were literally talking about having Kafano, Shawty Jordan, Shadow 6 Step. They were all wound up saying 6 needed to be violated, which the streets and the prosecutors took to mean only one thing: a hit was on the table.
He's trying to separate himself.
That's cool, but now he gotta get violated.
Yeah, super violated. Super duper. So ain't too much he can really do unless he go run around with 100 armed securities all day. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get shot at.
He ain't getting enough money for that.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
But let's connect some dots here. Over on the 6ix9ine podcast, Blake, a former SWAT officer, threw down some serious knowledge about gang culture that ties right back to this mess. He's talking about how Cardi B reps blood gang colors, and he breaks it down how these gangs, like Bloods, use colors and symbols to spell out their whole life.
Cardi B's a Blood. She used to have blood dreads, and she had the whole 9 yards.
According to Blake, it's all about those subtle hints like bulls, which stands for Bloods usually live longer and stronger. It's like a code hidden in plain sight. Blake kept it rolling, dropping more knowledge about the big players in the gang world, Bloods and Crips. He says the US is basically their playground, running their game through various sets like East Side Mob Pyru or Sex Money Murder. And let's talk about Lil Wayne, allegedly a known Blood. According to sources, Lil Wayne is rumored to showcase his gang pride loud and clear right in his music videos.
If you actually watch the music video, Lil Wayne pays tons of respect to the Bloods. The non-traditional gangs, Sean, scare me to death.
Why?
They'll make a sound. You hear a lot like Lil Wayne's music videos. Soo-woo, soo-woo.
Heard got money out of my head, tell him come crown a king. Let the work dog out for 14 days, that's quarantine.
Blake pointed out those tattoos, MOB, Member of Blood, and those hand signs. Now peep this, Blake dropped some gems on the 6ix9ine podcast about these non-traditional squads like Fayetteville's Money Gang, helmed by the notorious Andreas Flight alias Kaboom Holy.
There was this kid in Fayetteville called Kaboom Holy. I think his name was Andreas Flight. He was the leader of a non-traditional gang. So you have traditional, non-traditional. Traditional gangs are gangs like Lil Wayne came from, like East Side Mob Pyru. That is a gang that is nationally known everywhere, sets everywhere. Non-traditional was like a neighborhood clique. So he had a non-clique called Money Gang, right? And they were a Blood set. They were
How many people are we talking here? What's a non-traditional gang?
20, 30.
20, 30 people?
These youngins, ranging from 13, 18, are on some wild paths, lacking the tight structure traditional gangs keep tight.
You know, the syrup.
Young, like 13, 14?
14, 15, 16.
Okay.
17, 18 is kind of old.
Old?
Yeah, that would be old.
No rules, no predictable plays, just raw, chaotic energy. Their initiation, brutal as hell with beatdowns or worse. Women in these crews are mostly sidelined, just part of the scenery. Gang life ain't just in the streets, it's sewn into the fabric they wear. Bloods might rep Chicago Bulls gear, while Crips might be spotted in Texas Rangers hats. The T standing tall for Trey of the 83 Crips.
83rd Street. Boom. 83rd Street. Back west in Orlando, yeah, Trey.
Man, shit, buck, cuz. Trey Gates. We frontline, gangster.
But why do the youth get caught up in all this? Peer pressure, shaky home lives, and all that glamorized gang glory in the media. Look at Cardi B rolling with the Bloods before she hit the big time, setting a whole vibe for young women thinking about that gang life. Blake also points out that we shouldn't sleep on these newer, wilder crews.
I watched this video. It's called Weight. And it's a non-traditional gang, the Money Gang. And they're just in this shitty trailer, holding up, talking about weight. 3 of those kids in that video are dead.
So next time you catch someone rocking gear or flashing signs, know there's layers to this. It's more than just street fashion. It's allegiance, survival, and history all woven into the very these cats walk in. And as usual, the internet had a lot to say. One user said, obviously she never got out, just higher up the totem pole. Another user said, if Cardi B is a Blood, then so is 6ix9ine, LOL, come on. These celebrities are pretenders and the gangs don't mind it because they get. But share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This is just the beginning of a story you won't want to miss. Stay tuned for more explosive revelations coming your way.